to Dublin Connolly station. I'm on my way now to Bray to get my dinner, and then I'm going to do a cliff walk from Bray to Greystones, which is about 6 miles. So I'm going to transfer now from the train here to the electric train called the Dart. Well, welcome to Bray, seaside village south of Dublin, about 13 miles south of Dublin City. The gateway to the Wicklow Mountains, and I'm just going to do a lovely cliff walk now from Bray to Greystones, which is about 6 miles I think, and firstly I'm going to get my dinner somewhere. So I'm just going to wander around Bray town for a minute, or Bray village, Bray town really, and just see can I get a bite to eat somewhere. Just walking along this street here in Bray, and there's some beautiful houses along here. I love them. They're probably from, I don't know, the 50s or 60s, or maybe even before that, but they're fairly well kept, and I love the style, the architecture, kind of Victorian looking I think. I just ordered a nice triple club sandwich in O'Brien's here in Bray. That was a nice club sandwich I had there in O'Brien's in Bray, and I'm just going on down here now to walk, start this Bray to Greystones cliff walk. So yeah, I'll do another video of Bray town sometime in the future, because it's actually very nice town. I love all the house designs. There's beautiful houses down here, lovely architecture. So I'm going to do a walk around here again sometime in the future. Behind me here is the Bray Head Hotel. It's been neglected and run down there in recent years, and it looks like there's a big boarding up around it now, so hopefully they'll renovate it, because it's a lovely, unique style hotel. So this is where I am going to start my official walk now from Bray to Greystones. Right, so just over here is Bray town, the seaside village of Bray. It's a real tourist attraction. It attracts many tourists during the summer period. Remember, it's only 12 to 13 miles southeast of Dublin City. And the sea out here is the Irish Sea, and if you look in the distance you can see hills. That's called the Killiney Hill. Then there's Dalkey, which is a kind of they're affluent areas of Dublin South. You have Bono has a place up there on Killiney Hill. Enya, do you know if you know Enya or not? She lives up there. And then way in the distance over here is Holt Head. That's another exclusive place for wealthy people to live. Anyway, I'm going to continue on now southwards along the coast here towards Greystones. What an absolute beautiful coastline, don't you think? This is halfway between Bray and Greystones in County Wicklow on the Irish Sea. Absolutely magnificent on a beautiful sunny day. Just coming down on the descent now, I think, off the mountain towards Greystones. Definitely about halfway now. an awful lot of people walking today because it's so sunny. It's just so sunny here. An absolute glorious day to go for a cliff walk. It's as good as anywhere else in the world, Ireland, when the sun is shining. And the reason why our grass is so green, of course, because we get a tremendous amount of rain. But not today. It's absolutely glorious, beautiful summer's day. I think it's the 8th of August. It's a Saturday, and there's, I'd say, hundreds of people are walking this walk today. I walked down here one time before and I met about 3 people, and today there's about, I don't know, a couple of hundred people walking down this beautiful walkway. Absolutely picturesque. I mean, look at this. Look at that for a view there. Look, can you see straight down there? Wow. And straight ahead in the distance is Greystones. Reading here off a sign here about this cliff walk. You see, it's also a train track all the way down to, I think it's Rosslare or Wexford along this line. But the electric dart train goes all the way to just down here to Greystones. But I'm just reading here, there was a train crash on this line back in 1869. It says it had long been felt that stretches of the railway line on the cliff walk were dangerous. On August the 8th, 1869, the train from Enniscorthy to Dublin derailed due to a faulty joint between 2 rails on the bridge spanning Ramscalp. 2 passengers were killed, but 23 with the driver and firemen were injured. It was extremely difficult to get access to the crash site to get people out of the area following the crash, as new tunnel was built further into the cliff face, as can be seen in the photographs. The old tunnel entrance can still be seen today. So there's a bit of history from 1869. Never knew there was a crash here until now. So I can see Greystones in the distance here, so I don't think, probably within 2 miles of Greystones now, and I feel a bit peckish, so hopefully I'll find a nice cafe to get some more, a cup of tea for sure, and something to eat. Right, just going to say it again so one more time, in case you didn't hear me the first time, but whatever you do, whether you live in Ireland, in Europe, in Britain, our neighbour, or America, or anywhere in the world, and you come to Ireland, I would highly advise you to do this walk. It's called the Bray to Greystone Cliff Walk. It's only about 6 miles, but on a day like today, it is absolutely magnificent. And I really mean that. It's magnificent. It will just lift you completely. The nature, the sunshine, the magnificent coastal views, the beautiful blue Irish Sea, yachts out on the sea there at Greystones, and lots of wild flowers. I seen puffins and the train going through the tunnels. Just absolutely glorious. As I keep saying, get out into nature and get walking, and it just does your whole body and mind the power of good. So it does. Anyway, onwards towards Greystone. Getting really, really close now. Very, very close indeed. Just, I think it's about a mile down the track here, and I'm in Greystones. I just can't wait to get a pot of tea, and I don't know what I'm going to get down, a sandwich, or I don't know what I want to get actually, but I'm going to get something and relax. That's just what the doctor ordered on such a hot day. Raspberry, vanilla and a flake. Wow. Oh yeah. Very, very nice indeed. Like just coming down now through a field of corn here on both sides of the pathway. The pathway is just right through the middle of a cornfield. I'm just looking at the corn here, and it's just not quite ripe for cutting yet, but it's almost there. Another thing I'm after noticing there is on the footpath here. Now it's not too bad, but some people are after throwing their tissues that they got from the cone van up there, just threw it on the ground. I find that disgusting. Like, I'm after wrapping up the tissue there and putting it in my pocket, and when I get into the town here and find a bin, I will dispose of it in the bin. But it's one of my pet hates is people throwing stuff in the countryside or on the streets. I hate it with a passion. Well, welcome to Greystones, my friends. Finally made it here. It's 5:25 on a Saturday evening here, and it's still fairly hot, but the sea breeze is just lovely to kind of keep the temperature just right. And I'm just looking around, and all over here behind me here, all those houses there, they're all new since the last time I was down here. So I'm going to go on into the heart of the little town of Greystones here and try and find a cafe to get a cup of tea, and I don't know what else I'm going to eat with it, but definitely get a cup of tea anyway. So here goes. This is another picturesque seaside village or town called Greystones. It's a bit, I'd call it middle class. It's a middle class town. There wouldn't be too many poor people living down here in Greystones. At least I don't think so. There'd be professional people. But they're after redoing the whole harbour here. They have a whole new yacht arena, or not arena, moorings for their yachts. So it looks actually beautiful. A whole new, I don't know how many millions they spent on it, but it looks really, really good. Just after getting it's called a mild chicken burrito. This is after cost me €8 and €2 for a bottle of water, right? And I had to buy another bottle of water because I was dehydrated. That's €12 between this here burrito and 2 bottles of water. Personally, I think that's a bit of a rip-off. But anyway, had a good day there anyway in Greystones. Right, I just finished that burrito there, right? It cost €8 for that burrito, and it was a chicken burrito. I got a mild chicken burrito, and no tea, and the bottle of water was very, very small, right? And that cost €2 for the bottle. The burrito was €8, a rip-off. It should have been roughly around about €5, right? And then they're telling everybody to staycation in our own country in Ireland, the holiday at home, right? The reason why the majority of Irish people go abroad is because of the expense of holidaying in our own country. I mean, food prices, I mean that there, €8 for a burrito was a rip-off. But and like, I'm not a stingy person, like, at all, but a bit annoyed over that though, because it wasn't tasty, and it was way overpriced as far as I'm concerned. Well, I'm just here now in Connolly, Dublin's Connolly station at Let me see what time is it now. It's 8:30, so I missed a 20 past 8 p.m. train to Laytown. So I think the next one now is at 9:45, and so I'm going to have to hang on here for what, an hour and a quarter. So anyway, that was a great day, and yeah, I hope to see you all in the next video sometime. I didn't really do. I should have done a video of Bray, and I should have done one of Greystones, but it was all about the cliff walk really. So I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.